Minnesota got hit particularly hard by its first winter storm of the season. Blizzard-like conditions are creating slick and icy roads just as many people are driving for Thanksgiving. Jonah Kaplan with CBS News Minnesota reports on the many car crashes state troopers are responding to so far.
This is the first and sure to be not the last snowstorm of the season here in Minnesota. And look, to drive on the roads and to remember how to drive in the snow, not as easy as remembering how to ride a bike. And a lot of drivers learning that the hard way today, especially when you add in the 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts and some blizzard whiteout conditions. According to State Patrol, we've had a lot of chaos on the roads. More than 300 slide-offs, spin-offs, cars losing control. And check out this pileup on a highway, I-94, involving more than a dozen semi-trucks and other vehicles. Thankfully, no injuries there, but we understand from all the other crashes and collisions, about 30 people hurt. Minnesota State Patrol responding to a lot of these crashes the overnight into the morning. And of course, the winter storm warning, even though it's moved out of the way, we're still expected to see slick road conditions throughout the rest of the day and into tonight. So please, as you're doing those last-minute shopping errands or on your way to your family, drive safe and don't be the story. Back to you.
I want to bring you right away outside downtown Minneapolis. As you can see here, kind of a cloudy day, but it's not snowing anymore. You hear that? That's Joseph Dames. He's joining me now because Joseph, oh man, what a morning. It was quite impactful on the roads for sure.
It was, yeah. I mean, I think we all got up and in here and it was icy on the roads. We had a lot of rain before the snow yesterday. The ground was pretty warm. I was talking to a coworker. We were on a stretch of some very nice, warm fall November weather. We had like record temperatures on Sunday. We hit the 70s a couple weeks ago. So the ground was still really warm. So a lot of moisture, a lot of snow on the front end was melting very quickly. And so we were kind of just dealing with more ice this morning.
It really was just slippery and then windy. I think those were the huge impacts on the roads.
Yeah, and the wind was one thing, just howling. It was annoying, but it also took the snowflakes and was basically shaking them down into little fragments. So when the snow was coming down, the strong wind was breaking it into small pieces, and then those were freezing on the sidewalk or the car or the roads, making it even more icy. So the wind actually made a a pretty big significant impact as well.
Yeah, and if we look outside at this other shot downtown Minneapolis, you can see the plows did come through and cleared a lot of it.
Yeah, so that's Nicolette, that's outside the station there, obviously a really busy thoroughfare there, and the roads were a little snowy at one point in time, but they came in and cleared it out. They did an awesome job with the sidewalk as well. We had some coworkers overnight that had to walk that sidewalk and said it was really icy at that point, but they got it all fixed up, and so they've been working really hard, and they had to work pretty hard because we had a good amount of snow. These are some of the snowfall reports that we had coming back from the National Weather Service. So at the airport, 3.1 inches of snow. Over at the National Weather Service in Chanhassen, their location, 2.5 inches. You can see Shoreview, 4.5 inches. St. Cloud, just about 5 inches there. And then Otter Tail to Moose Lake, 6 to 8 inches in some of those northern and northwest communities. And those are just a few. So you kind of, you find your spot. You kind of know what you maybe had outside in your backyard. South of us, those totals were a little bit lower. And so the forecast was pretty good. I think the weather models went a little heavy towards the end there. It took a little bit longer for us to get that transition to snow. I think it happened closer to like 9 or 10 p.m. So that also lowered our snow totals just a little bit.
Yeah, by a couple hours, you're missing out on a couple hours of snow.
Exactly. So if it would have turned over to snow at like 5 p.m. yesterday, our totals would have been a little more significant.